Des wins. But Tom, the big news, of course, in the racing world today is that you will not be riding English King in the biggest race of them all, the Derby at Epsom. You won on English King at Newcastle. In fact, I remember interviewing you after the race and you really excited by English King. You obviously were outstanding on him in the Lingfield Derby trial. Tell us the feeling you have inside when you get the phone call today.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously it's kind of sort of trying to get yourself over a bad situation, but you know, it was handled very well by Ed and Bjorn. Obviously, you know, it was something that they spoke to me about before obviously it all came out, and you know, I think the Derby's the Derby. It's something that someone like Bjorn Nilsson spent the last 30-40 years dreaming of and investing in horse racing. And you know, while obviously I want to be a Derby winning jockey, everybody does. If anyone that's a jockey said they didn't want to be, they'd be lying. And you know, I've just got to respect the decision that they've made now. They've got Frankie aboard. Obviously, they've got a really strong relationship, having had Stradivarius over the last few years and other good horses. And you know, I've got to accept the decision, and hopefully in the future it can be something that can come along again, and the opportunity won't miss me.
We all know there's nothing you can do. We all know the owners have the choice. And you've just been riding in Australia where people can win a Group 1 and get jocked off from that Group 1 in its next race, despite the fact they've just won it. So we all know it goes on. But were you a little surprised?
In all honesty, no, I wasn't surprised, because obviously, you know, I was kind of hoping John Gosden would come out with a good horse in the last few weeks, and you know that it was always a possibility. And Ed was very open about it when he won at Lingfield. He said, you know, Frankie's going to be the only one that could be the one to possibly take you off. And obviously, I was praying that one of Gosden's horses would come out and show itself to be a Derby contender to help me out. But look, it hasn't happened, and it hasn't materialised. But you know, it was something that didn't shock me, although I was hoping it wouldn't happen.
Of course, back in the day, and I don't know how much you've read books and stuff, but Lester Piggott used to do this every other week. It was just normal, and we know Frankie is a big name in the sport. Having said that, you know, we've got a man in our studio tonight who is almost champion jockey, who has said he thinks you will be champion jockey one day. It could be this year. You've just come back from Australia banging Group 1s. You're a Royal Ascot winning jockey. In your heart, it must be, I mean, you must be stood there thinking, you know what, I do just as good a job as him. Yeah, and I mean, I suppose being a sportsman, you've got to have that bit of self-belief, because otherwise you'd never grow, you'd never gain that confidence to be in a position and be able to do the job that you think you're capable of doing. But you know, I'm 22 years of age. Hopefully, it's something that will happen in reverse in many years to come, and I can come across another Derby horse in the future. Yeah. I think your attitude is exactly why you and Holly, to be fair, both of you, everyone in racing just simply thinks you two are tremendous people to have around this sport.